photo story. She took a lot of pictures, but she only had to use like 20. So we had that Mardi Gras parade in Lansdale. So
In November?
What's that?
In November?
Yeah, they call it the Mardi Gras parade, but it's a Christmas parade.
No, why just call it a Christmas parade?
No, they like it Mardi Gras. There we go. There's a beer. They throw out candy and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, AC/DC, baby. Rocking the AC/DC. Woo! Back in black, baby.
Thunder.
Why
Na
did
na
you
na
do
na
Halloween?
na na na. Thunder.
Does Maggie have that one? I don't know if Maggie has it. I think Maggie has Led Zeppelin.
AC/DC top 10 band all time.
Brian Johnson lives in my town.
Oh, that's awesome.
Brian's favorite song is Big Balls.
That's right. That is a fucking good song, man. I used to play that. Yo, I used to play
that on the radio when I was a DJ in college.
Yo, I used to play at Clark's Bar all the time. I had 10 songs I played at Clark's Bar, and that was one of them.
Didn't that guy lose his voice?
Yeah, I think I told you he has an upstairs now. He has a pool table and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, but I saw a great story about the song "Big Balls" from the AC/DC band member. He said, "Well, my wife said to me, she said, why don't you write a song about me?" And he said, so I wrote Big Balls, and we got divorced.
But didn't the lead singer lose his voice?
No, he was losing his hearing, I think.
Oh, okay.
Was the issue. I believe that's what it was. So he had to take time off from performing. And I forget who filled it. Somebody filled in. I can't remember who.
At One Pick Wonders with the number one, and followed by Pick Wonders on your Twitter. We are trying to monetize the show. We're thinking about transitioning to Twitch so we can get more monetization of the show. This is where you get your losing picks for the Sunday games at NFL. Thank you very much.
That's right. Bob came through again.
Bob it.
So we have two teams. Where's your headgear, douchebag?
Yeah, you got your hat.
Nah, I'm changing it up, man. We're on a losing streak, man. I gotta change it up.
He probably lost it.
No, I got it. Yo, I gotta change up the luck, man. I gotta change up the luck, dude.
You're kicked out of the family.
Wow.
I think Sandy kicked me out a while ago anyway.
Yeah. You can only how many times can you get kicked out of the same family?
I think once.
I think Brian has set the record for that.
I think so.
The classic was when he woke up the day after Thanksgiving and spilt the gravy, the leftover gravy, under my brother's refrigerator.
No, I spilled the soup. She made soup from the Thanksgiving, and I spilt it all over the refrigerator.
He spilt it under the refrigerator.
No, it was in the refrigerator. I spilt it all over the food and everything in that.
And he was in his 30s, probably,
He's
right?
changing the story now. He's changing the
No,
story.
ask. Why don't you fucking call her and ask her, Scott? Go ahead. I'll bet you $1 million. I was reaching for something, and I reached for it, and it spilled. big thing of soup just spilled all inside the refrigerator, and she had to clean it up.
Why didn't you clean it up?
I wanted to, but she was yelling and screaming at me, so I just got out. I just left.
This is the man who has had the plunger incident over one of his friends' houses where he had to go out and buy an emergency plunger.
That was Dan.
He blew up the toilet.
No, I blew up Dan's toilet.
That was Dan.
I blew up Dan's toilet once.
This guy Jay's house, and Dan blew up his bathroom. Yo, you remember Dave's brother and Dave's brother-in-law? We went there, and Dan blew up Jay's bathroom.
Yeah.
I never blew up Jay's bathroom.
No, but Jay and Brian danced together at the bar.
That's got nothing to do with you blowing up his bathroom, Dan.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Did you look at your watch?
I never blew up anybody's bathroom. I'd be proud of that anyway. Dan, you should be proud. You should, you ruined someone else's bathroom.
I mean, that's a good dump. I'll take those every once in a while.
Excellent.
Oh, that wasn't the one I thought it was earlier. Someone really messed up the soundboard here. So we have the picks for tomorrow. The Sofa Kings team, which is Ryan the Office on the top right, Dan the Five Head of Knowledge on the top left, going against Team O, which only has one member now apparently because we don't have Team Gear. Someone didn't suit up for today's game, which is myself,
3 in a row, changing it up,
the
man.
producer, and the remember Brian's last nickname was the Unforgiven BKO, the sports betting guru.
I've had many nicknames.
So let's have the pick from the team that is 2 games in the lead, the Sofa Kings.
All right. Yeah, Dan, I've been letting you go first, and we've been losing, so I'm going first.
Excuse me, but I think a modicum of gratitude would not be out of line here.
That's right. The 2 Utes. So we're going with San Fran over Jacksonville. It's rolling off at a 6.5, I think, right now. Jacksonville sucks. I mean, they've got 2 wins, but they suck. Niners have been playing pretty well. They're a little banged up with the running back. I guess Mitchell might not play tomorrow, but not a big deal. Shit happens. Even the offense, 49ers offense, they're 13th in the NFL with the Jags have the 21st rated defense. The one thing that showed. I watched last week's game against the Rams. They were using Samuel out of the backfield a little bit. So, they'll mix it up a little bit on the offense to keep that running game going. Sermon should be back. Sermon should probably going to be activated and play a little bit more of a role. Juszczyk will be in there in a more of a extreme role, a bigger role with Mitchell out, probably more of the third down passing plays and whatnot. He's fucking beast. The big thing is you got San Fran's the 8th ranked defense in the NFL, and Jacksonville is 23rd. So I mean that's the name of the game right there. I mean the Rams last week. I honestly would have thought I think did we pick the Rams last week? I think, and then they got shellacked.
Yeah,
they were down 14-0 after I don't even know what it was, like 5 minutes. So that was a shit pick, and I apologize to anybody who lost money on that. It was a terrible pick, but shit happens, bad games every once in a while, and good teams throw out bad games every once in a while, and it happens. So this week I would expect the game is in where I have no idea because thank you. So that means there will be no fans there, and the Niners will have the home field advantage.
Yeah,
So
might
that's-
be-
What are you, a fucking sick maniac? I don't know if you're kidding. What do you mean you're kidding? You're breaking my fucking balls? I'm fucking...
Random mob movie.
yeah,
So-
from Goodfellas to Casino.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars have lost 13 in a row to NFC team, which is, it's one of their long losing streaks that they like to accumulate. The 49ers offense is a lot better than the Jacksonville offense. I think they average like 7 or 8 points more per game than Jacksonville does. Jacksonville's not very good on third down. They drop a lot of passes. The receivers aren't very good. They can't get open. Lawrence has struggled because these guys stink. I don't really know if Urban Meyer knows what he's doing at all. The defense has played a little bit better lately. And they actually, you look at the numbers, they actually have a better record against the spread than the 49ers do. But the 49ers can run the ball down their throats. Jonathan Taylor, I think, had a decent game against them last week, and they're going to throw all those guys out there against them today. Debo Samuel has been great for the last 3 or 4 weeks. He's been really coming to his own recently. I guess that quarter when Garoppolo came back. Garoppolo was very efficient last week. I think he was 15 or for 18 or 12 for 18 for just under 200 yards. So they didn't really throw the ball a lot, but they ran the ball 44 times. And we got their offensive line into it. And their defense is playing better because I think they've gotten a couple guys back. I don't think Greenlaw is going to play. I don't think he's back yet. But they're just a superior team. As Ryan mentioned, there might be more 49ers fans despite being over 3,000 miles away because Jacksonville, nobody cares. They'll have, what's the name? Lawrence's family will be there. I'll be the it for the fans who were there in the game for Jacksonville. They just stink. I understand they had that miracle win against the Bills, but the Bills just didn't show up that day. I don't think they took that team particularly seriously. The 49ers have to fight for. They're only 5-4. They still have a chance to maybe get back in the playoff race. So they have to take Jacksonville seriously, and I expect them to come out and play hard after that big win. They can't follow up a big win against the Rams with a shit performance against Jacksonville this week. So I'm sure they're going to be motivated. It's not a big spread, less than a touchdown. And I think 49ers should have a shot to do that and continue that losing streak against NFC teams. I mean, they've lost against every division. This stretches over close to 3 years of losing against every NFC team they played, either home or on the road. I don't know what the hell they're doing in Jacksonville. I know Brian likes to complain about Howie Roseman all the time, and I got a phone call about that today. But whoever the hell the GM has been in Jacksonville has just been brutal. So I think it should be a good cover for the 49ers. And I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I suspect it would win by between 8 to 10 points in this game.
Those Tim Tebow jerseys are selling at a discount right now on eBay. You can pick them up for cheap.
3 for $1.
Are you out of your mind?
So San Fran -6.5 at Jacksonville. I'm guessing Jacksonville's in last place, correct?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Are they? Or are the Houston worse?
Good question. Houston's worse. Houston's 1-8. So they would be in last if it weren't for and the Jets have 2 wins. The Houston only has 1 win. The Jets have a win, and they have their bye. They've already done. Have they already done their bye? No, they haven't.
Are you sure?
What are we? Week 10?
Week 11.
Shouldn't be really, or is it that far already? Oh my god. Yeah, they've already had their bye then. So
Don't worry about me.
Hold on.
Don't you get it?
So let's have the Team O pick from BKO, the sports betting guru.
Well, just to let all my fans know out there that I'm taking the Timo hat off, trying to change things up. Me and my brother on a 3-game losing streak. So I'm going to try something new to hopefully improve our luck. Well, this week we're going to go with the Packers, and we're going against the Vikings again. So hopefully Captain Kirk can't beat Timo 2 weeks in a row. That fucking douchebag. The guy who said, "You like that?" He's a tool bag, fucking total.
I bobbed that bet.
Yeah.
He's a total tool bag. I hate the guy. Anyway, back to my analysis.
That's a great reason. I just hate him.
Got some personal feelings in that one. But no, I think the Packers defense has been playing really, really well lately. Like the last 3 or 4 games, they're probably one of the top 2 or 3 defenses the last 3 or 4 weeks. I was looking at the Vikings stats. The Vikings have one of the worst rush defenses. They're 28th in the NFL. So I think even though Aaron Jones is out, I think Dylan's a good running back. I think they'll be able to run the ball. I think Aaron Rodgers got a couple practices in this week. So last week he didn't get any practices in. So he'll be a little bit sharper, I think. And the Vikings, they're playing at home. They'll have the home field advantage, which will make it tougher. But I just think that the Packers, the Vikings still can get in the playoffs. They still have a shot. But I think the Packers have more to play for because they have to play for that first position. If you get the first position in the NFC or the AFC, you get a week off. So they really have something to play for. It's a division rival. They're coming off a big win. They just shut out the Seahawks and Russell Wilson. So I just think, and 1.5 is a really low spread. And all I have to say is I dare fucking Captain Kirk to beat Timo 2 weeks in a row, that douchebag. The floor is yours, brother.
So the Packers trying to maintain their current status as a top seed in the NFC, visiting the Vikings. They improved to 8-2 with last week's win over Seattle. Saw Aaron Rodgers return from his 1 week. What do we call that? A hiatus, where he was banished from the league for 1 week, even though he was perfectly healthy and able to play. But this is the oppressive government we live under.
The players agreed to that.
Look, he there was nothing wrong with him. He could have played. He was fine. He was non-symptomatic.
I understand. That was collectively bargained agreement. They agreed to
I'm
that.
curious though. Since he's unvaccinated, why is he able to play? Amari Cooper has to miss 2 weeks.
Because they're playing on Thursday.
Because I
Only
wasn't
4 days.
betting on that team. That's why.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They had extra time.
It has to do with the sports book.
Probably.
Calendar.
Probably.
If they played next Sunday, it might be different. But
what if you're a tennis player and you test positive because the other
You're
player
out.
is across
You're out of
the
the tournament.
net from you?
You're out.
So wouldn't that wouldn't really matter, right? It's no big
Yeah,
deal.
just retire and you
Or
can
like
skip.
golf. The golf shouldn't matter.
It does.
Shouldn't.
Pick one guy out of a tournament who's leading because they said he tested positive.
No,
That was
Socially distant game.
He can golf by himself. It doesn't matter.
I know, it was stupid. The whole thing was ridiculous. They pulled the guy up in the middle of the round, and he started crying because he was winning. It was ridiculous.
I digress. So, for the Packers, it was the defense that ruled the day against shutting down the what's that guy's name on the other team on the Seattle? It's
Russell Williams.
Russell Wilson. Isn't it Russell Dickinson?
He came back too early. He should have taken another week off.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he played like Emily Dickinson.
Yeah, so they shut him down. They. Wait, what's this? I'm trying to read my notes now. It says that they only gave up 58 points over their past 5 outings, and averaging 11.6. Wait, that's confused. I forgot what I just said. Okay, so Aaron Jones is out but Rodgers is back, and the defense is in fine form. So we're not going to worry about Aaron Jones being out. But let's focus on Minnesota. What did you call the quarterback again? You call him Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk, the fucking tool bag.
Yeah,
You like that? You like that? Fucking tool bag.
4-5 on the year. And
How do you read
last 3 wins have come by a combined 9 points. On defense, you have Breland, who's questionable. But then when we look at the data, right? Packers 20-8 against the spread in their last 28. Overall 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 on the road. 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 against the NFC. And Dan was kind of talking about teams that play up to going against NFC teams. So let's go with Green Bay on this one, and let's do it with confidence out here.
It's gonna be close. I'm looking at their losses. Minnesota's losses. They lost to the Ravens by 3, the Cowboys by 4, the Browns by 7, Cardinals by 1, and the Bengals by 3.
Aaron Rodgers is playing, so we're not worried about Captain Kirk.
Hey, Vikings are a good team, man. I just think the 1.5 is a low spread, and I think the Packers defense is legit, man. Packers defense
had it at half a point for some reason. That was weird, but it was only half. So it was basically
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's
the change? The problem is their defense. Minnesota's defense isn't as good as their offense. I mean, the offense is 7th ranked.
Oh, their offense is good, but their defense, they're 28th against the run. I think A.J. Dillon. Yeah. And plus, I think A.J. Dillon, even though Aaron Jones is out, I think Dillon's a better runner through in between the tackles. And, Aaron Jones might be a better explosive. He might get more explosive plays. I actually like Dillon better than Aaron Jones. I think he's a good pass receiver, and I think he's better in between the tackles. And the Minnesota Vikings defense, they can't stop the run. They're not going to be able to stop the run.
Does A.J. Dillon remind you of Jonathan Dwyer?
Well, see, Dan, that would be funny if only me and you know that joke. Okay, that would be funny if everybody else knew that joke, but me and you are the only ones that know that joke.
You're a fucking sick maniac. I don't know if you're kidding. What do you mean you're kidding? You're breaking my fucking balls. I'm fucking.
Dan doesn't get comedy. It's only comedy if everybody knows.
I think Ryan knows.
Funny how?
I don't remember it.
Ryan had said put Jonathan Dwyer in the Hall of Fame before he retired after like 3 seasons.
Ryan probably doesn't remember that story.
All right, so the Packers are -1 right now on DraftKings.
Nice.
Yeah,
hop on that, baby. Hop on that one.
You guys are trying to cover a huge spread with that 6.5 with Galipio. Good luck with that fucking pick.
How's the betting going on in Dominican League baseball this year?
What did you learn how to do?
He bet like a fucking brain surgeon.
My brother
Valdez pitching for your favorite team.
Yeah, the audience can see my brother has found all the mob video sound effects.
They're all from Goodfellas and Casino.
So,
an idiot who wants to fight me for $200.
It's too bad we couldn't bet on the Thursday night
giant
game.
Loud whistles.
Yeah, right.
That Thursday night game, I did a same game parlay. They had a boost. I bet the under, and I bet the Patriots. On a $5 bet, I won $31, I think.
Nice.
That was an annihilation.
Yes.
This is legit.
Yeah.
I have a 3-game parlay this week. I
can't even bet mine. My freaking app's not working.
I have the Chiefs. I have the Packers, and I have the Dolphins. I have the spread. I don't have the money line. $5 will win me $38.
I did a couple parlays. I have the 49ers, the Seahawks, and the Steelers on the money line. $5 pays out $41. I did the Vikings and the Seahawks, so I'm bobbing it. $5 wins $20.50. And I did another 3-team of the Vikings, the Washington football team, and the Seahawks. $5 wins $49.52.
I'm gonna tell everybody how to get rich this weekend. Okay, so on Sunday, you're doing a parlay with the Packers and the Panthers. Then come Monday, you're gonna take your winnings. You're gonna go all in with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Gronk is back, baby.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, we wouldn't have worked out too well last week.
Gronk, what do you call it? The Gronka Bay, baby.
Gronka Bay. I thought it was Tampa Bay.
It is Tampa Bay.
No, it was. There's something to do with a pirate though, where he copyrighted the name. What the hell is it? Something to do with a pirate. I forget what the saying is, but yeah. So you got Gronk back. You're going to have AB back.
No, AB's out. AB's already ruled out.
Not this week.
Yeah, he is. I just saw the thing
Yeah,
on.
he's out. Yeah, he's out. I got him on fantasy. He's ruled out.
Yeah, Gronk might play.
That's it. That's an injustice. There's nothing wrong with AB. He's not hurt.
I think an ankle or something.
It's something. Yeah, it's ankle or something in his foot.
Oh, okay.
No, it was all this bullshit about he had a fake
His fake COVID card.
COVID card.
Yeah,
I think that's
Brooks
hilarious.
him, though. He said that they checked into it. He thinks it's fine.
Ankle. His ankle.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought it was ankle.
Well, that's okay. We only need one more receiver. As we saw last week, we just need one more receiver. Not or a tight end. So we're good. We're in business now.
Well, tight ends can't catch touchdowns though.
That's right.
Is that your rule? Your new rule in the NFL?
No, that's Brian's rule.
Yes. Tight ends are not allowed to catch touchdowns.
I said a long time ago I'd rather have a tall wide receiver in the red zone than a tight end. I didn't say tight ends couldn't catch touchdowns. That was Dan completely changing what I said
So
to make me.
You never
despite-
heard of Evans and Godwin?
That's your excuse for everything. Like you say, you didn't hug the Chinese food delivery guy. You
I
did.
did not hug the fucking Chinese food delivery guy, man. I shook his hand. That's bullshit.
I'll
I'll go to my grave. I don't give a fuck. I'll swear my.
And the time Brian went to a high school football practice and poured beans over his chest and rubbed them on himself. And he got kicked out by one of the kids.
No, Dan likes to change my stories, but I will give Dan credit though. Hey Scott, that happened like 10 years ago. Dan texts me for the last 10 years. He's texted me every time a tight end scores a touchdown. He texts me. I swear to God, dude. He's kept it up for 10 years.
That's right.
Every time, it's crazy.
Yes, until
Every
Brian
time.
understands that a tight end can catch a touchdown, then I finally will stop the day he admits it. Because despite Gonzalez and Antonio Gates having a combined like 230 touchdown catches between the two of them, Brian still says they can't catch touchdowns.
I give Dan credit, man. It's commitment. I give Dan credit to the commitment, man.
Well, it will stop the day you admit that tight ends can catch touchdowns in the red zone.
I did say all I said was that wide receiver. I'd rather have a tall wide receiver than a
You
touchdown.
still can't admit it that tight ends are better. So until that happens, he's going to
All right.
continue to get text
They're not better than wide. Why would I ever admit that a tight end is better than a wide receiver? I'll never admit that.
Because there are only two to have over 100 touchdown catches as a receiver in like the last 15 years. It's those two guys. That's it. No receivers come even close.
I'll never admit that.
Well, it's true. It's not about admitting. It's a statistic. It's a fact. But remember, Brian, opinions trump facts.
You're saying now that you would rather have a good tight end than a good wide receiver
Yes.
on your. Then I'll never
They
admit
tend
that.
to catch more
Well, that's
touchdowns.
wrong. That's
In the red zone, he's saying.
In the red zone.
Yeah.
In the red zone. You can
You're saying-
remember
okay,
one
I'll-
catch the receiver.
You're still saying you would rather have a tight end in the red zone than a good wide receiver, is what you're saying?
Yes, because they can post up and box in the corner safety much easier than a receiver can. Because they're usually big.
Mike Evans has gotten red zone targets last. It's one of the best in the league. He's 6'3".
More teams have a good tight end who can do that than a receiver on their teams throughout the league. Because most teams don't have a Devontae Adams or a Mike Evans kind of guy. So the use of tight end. If you're telling me earlier in the season that your boy Logan Thomas was one of the top red zone targets in the league before you cut him, then he got hurt. But you don't believe tight ends can catch touchdowns.
No, that's all right. Anyway, you can go ahead and continue to text me, Dan, for the next 50 years. I don't care.
I will, every single time. Relentlessness, that's the key.
At the number one pick wonders on Twitter, the 49ers are -6.5. The Packers -1.5. You're taking the parlay of the Panthers and the Packers. I'm just throwing my own shit in there. All right, good luck, fellas.
All right,
Good luck.
guys. See you
Guys,
next week.
next week.